Hello, Mr. Randy Zack, and welcome back for another video. It is the start of the month, and that means we have another giveaway for you today. This time it is in the Tier 7 Soviet heavy tank, the Dreadnought. And before we get into telling you how you can enter that giveaway and potentially unlock the Dreadnought, we've got a little bit of a special replay for you today. And unlike usual, where it's myself doing the two replays for you to earn the tank, this time we're in the derp tank, and I thought who better not to do the replays than Petty360, aka Mr. Derp. So we've got two special guest replays today, but I do feature in both replays. Right, how you enter the giveaway, all what you need to do is leave a comment with exclamation mark duck followed by your gamer tag and console. So that is leave a comment with exclamation mark duck followed by your gamer tag and console. The draw will end on the 22nd of April, and then I will let you know who the lucky winner is by updating the description of the video on the 22nd of April. So that is enough of me rambling on. Let's get on for this replay and let's see how Petty does. Okay, so let's get to it. So here we are on Ghost Town. Both of us are playing the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought, if you haven't played it before, it's a Tier 7 heavy tank, but with a 700 alpha gun at Tier 7. Very, very nasty. The standard rounds with 175 AP pen. The heat rounds has 250 heat pen, and you then have 910 alpha on the HE round for 96 pen, I believe, around about there. So because of that, we do run the ammo swapper, and so does Petty, so you can swap between the shells. As you see, he gets a lovely shot on the cross there into that tank. Unfortunately, it was a low roll. But it's good to have an ammo swapper, then you can just immediately decide, oh, do I need HE to swap to it, or do I need the extra penetration for the heat, especially against those tier 9 tanks. So we now pokes up to see if we can get any shots here. Seen different angle, should be able to finish off the Dragon. He does finish off the Dragon, confirming his first kill of the game, putting himself onto over 1000 damage already. Very, very decent start. So you can see there, me and Petty are moving up together to see if we can get any punishing. Should be able to get a shot into this TVP. Just gets it in, squeezes it in and sets it on fire. So the lovely shot there. Already you can see how quickly you can rack up damage in the Dreadnought. On to 2300 damage and 1 kill. I then go round and slap that shot into that medium, into that Rex. Putting them onto a one shot now for Petty. Or myself if we need to, which is good because that's a very dangerous tier 8 tank there. Petty's now going round to see if we can get the finish. We want to try and confirm this tank, get them out before they escape. Loads of heat shells just so we can guarantee that we're going to pen that tank. He does, putting himself onto 2800 damage and confirming a second kill of the game here. We're pushing back. I think at this point I'm actually detected by the artillery, so I'm actually letting Petty know that. So we're backing back round into the cover. I'm sort of getting in Petty's way there, and now we're moving on. Swap to the HE to try and get the kill onto this tank there. And to, like, as it stood, could have killed it with the AP rounds. And unfortunately, derp being derp, it does miss the shot, but that is the nature of the beast. So now we're going to try and push around because we're starting to dominate this game. Want to try and get as much out of this as we can. He swaps around to see if we can take out the light tank. Just squeezes that shell in, confirming another kill, killing a dangerous tank. We don't want to be circled by those light tanks. Only 5 tank remaining now. Petty is on the 3 kills. I think at this point we are either got the brothers or on for the brother in arms. And he's now pushing up, trying to get the remaining damage, to try and get as much out of this game as possible. He sees an opportunity to get shot, I believe, into that T32, but there's quite a lot of stuff in the way at the moment, so he's trying to line this shot up. He swaps to the HE to try and pen it in the rear, and he does actually pen it in the rear, putting it onto 4100 damage there. That's the beauty of the HE and having the ammo swapper, so you can just swap in the right situations, and Petty is pretty good at knowing when to swap. He goes to the HE to finish off that T32. Unfortunately, doesn't roll high enough, and probably could have killed it with the AP, but probably should have killed it with the HE anyway. But that's just how it is. Only one tank remaining now, and it's very unlikely Petty's going to get there, or myself, because you can see this tank is getting swarmed. And that does bring us an end to replay number 1. But let's just get to the scoreboard before we move on to the second and final replay of this giveaway. So as you can see, Petty has a great game there. 3 kills, 4,280 damage, 600 assistance. The brother in arms, a high caliber. And yeah, it's a very, very good game. And there, you know, myself, the Randy Duck, having a fairly good game there as well, and between us we do a decent job. But that is it for replay number 1, but one more replay to come, so let's move on. Okay, so here we are for the final replay of the video on Hidden Village. As you can see, we are both in the Dreadnought again. There is 1 enemy Fun Police and 2 enemy light tanks. This is a tier 8 lobby on Hidden Village. Now Petty is going to make his way up to the top part of the map. I actually am going to go similar, but I'm going to go to sort of the bottom layer to try and create a second angle. As you can see, this enemy Vanguard has already, unfortunately for him, destroyed himself. But fortunately for us, we've got rid of one of the pests. You know, the Vanguards can be very frustrating to play against, especially when you're in a derpy tank like the Dreadnought. They're not ideal to have zooming around the map. So that's quite ideal, but that tank is already out of the game. Now, as I say, Petty's going to the high ground, and I am going to go just slightly to the lower, so I'm aiming the cross. And between us, we should have, you know, 2 different angles on the team. I mean, to be honest with you, I probably, maybe, in hindsight, should have gone to the high ground with Dreadnought, but that was Captain Hindsight. Petty does get a nice roll there into the Challenger, putting him onto a one-shot now. Slight low roll, but still decent roll there of 680. Now he's going to try and push up for the finish if possible. There is 1 enemy Fun Police in the game, but it's not aiming at Petty at the moment, which is good. Then you can see the 2 teams, Tigers pushing. He swaps to the heat. He's going to need the heat. 175 pen. He's going to struggle for that Tiger 2. Unfortunately, he was unable to pen, and he's now pulling back, calling for assistance. Unfortunately, I don't really have any shots to help him at the moment unless they poke up high, but he does have tanks behind him, which was able to finish off that Challenger. And now he's pulling back, waiting for that Tiger 2 to make a mistake, which he does, and he's able to pick up another shot, slamming it in, just high rolling slightly, putting himself onto 1400 damage. And that Tiger 2, I believe, is now a one-shot. So you can see here, I've pushed up, and unfortunately for me, I've got myself a little bit trapped. Now, it works in the favour for our team, because it ends up meaning Petty gets side shots into these tanks. But obviously, I was in an awkward situation, because I couldn't really peek or move from that situation. But as it stood, we've created another angle. Petty's going to try and move up and see if he can get any shots into these tanks, into the side, while they're distracted there with me. Should mean he should have some easy shots into the side of these tanks, which he does. He's going to try and finish off this Tiger 2, confirming Tiger 1, confirming the kill, picking up his first kill of the game, putting him to just shy of 2,000 damage. Enemy light tank is now coming in. This is going to be awkward. We don't want that light tank getting behind him, but you know, he does make a mistake. Petty has an opportunity to kill him. He does just do that, putting himself onto 2,400 damage, confirming a second kill and taking out a valuable tank out of the game. I am now on a one shot, and I can't do anything because these tanks are here, but it is, you know, it's working in Petty's favour, because he has these lovely shots into the side of these tanks while they're distracted. Gets a shot there, lovely high roll of 746, putting that other medium now into a one shot as well, and putting it onto 3,000 damage when there's still quite a lot of hit points left in this game. Just waiting on the reload to try and get another shot, if possible, into that IS. He's aiming for the shot, going for the AP, can pen the track, does do that, puts him to just shy of 4,000 damage, and now he's going to make a beeline to the rest of the damage in this game. And as I say, it didn't really work out well for me in this game, but it did work out quite well to Petty. Now he swapped to Brass, he's done the right thing, he swapped to the HE, and you can just see there how important that ammo swapper just was. He's penned that Barras for 910 with the HE rounds. Yes, he's eating 2 in return, but that is well worth the trade. And now he's on to 4,800 damage. And he's going to try and come down and pen this IS. He's going to go for the glory again because the IS is behind us looking, and he thinks I can pen with the HE. And unfortunately, Jesus, although it was possible for him to pen that IS, it didn't quite work out, and he could have had an additional 500 damage to every shot with the AP rounds, but it was worth the gamble. You know, if he would have penned that shot, that would have been 900 damage, potentially setting him on fire. So it was a shame that didn't pen, but he's still having a phenomenal game here on 5,000 damage with 2 tanks remaining. He's just trying to get around there as quickly as he can. He's recognised that E25 is a one shot. He can eat a shot off the E25 no problem. And then he should be able to get the kill. It's just can he get there before his friendly team get there to take the damage away. Sees E25, shoots E25, picks up the kill, picking up the 3rd kill, and on to 5,600 damage with 1 tank left remaining. It is the Fun Police. He's definitely got the kill on this tag. It's just whether he's going to get a chance to pull the trigger, and he does, and he confirms the final kill of the game, bringing us an end to this video and the giveaway. So let's just get to the scoreboard to see how we got on. He got 4 kills, just shy of 6,000 damage. Unfortunately, I did not have a good game, but Petty did have a fantastic game there, getting the ace tanker and high caliber. And that is an end for the video. But as always, you know, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. All you need to do is leave a comment with !duck followed by your gamer tag and which console you're on. Happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!